Hey, welcome. In this video, I'm going to do a flip through of volume 1 of this year's 100 Days of Flow. So as you can see, this is a very small form factor. And each day I take a word from the Super Doodle Girl 100 Day Playbook. I explore it using only 4 tools. Now I count a paintbrush, that's a given each day. So a lot of days it's 1 or 2 colors and a couple of different colors of ink as well. And many days I'll take the same kind of process. You can see I did the same style for a few days in a row, and then I'll shift to something else, but always only using 4 tools. I think that limitation really helps keep me going. I'm not bogged down by a bunch of choices. I just grab the 4 and get going. Most of these I've used the Ecoline liquid watercolors because the 3 colors that I use most can combine to make all 6 colors that I've enjoyed. But the color combination I think I've enjoyed the most has been the turquoise and the orange with it. So I hope your 100-day project is going well. So with this one, I've now completed the interior. So next up, you can see how thick it is from all the water that's added to it. Let's get a cover added to this. The first thing I'm going to do is flip through just to get an idea of the colors I'm looking for. And then I'm going to look in my practice pages for something that I could use for the covers of volume 1. And I'm finding some things that are kind of interesting here. These are practice pages, artwork that I didn't quite finish. After I select a couple, I'm going to come over and we're going to trim this page down to fit. So I'm going to be able to get the front and the back cover out of this interesting. It's got a lot of blues and purples in it. It's not lovely. You can see it's an old practice page. And once I have trimmed it down, the next thing that I'll need to do, these little journals they're perfectly square on one side, but then the right side, the paper needs to have the corners rounded. So I happen to have this tool that I found on clearance somewhere. I don't use it very often. It's a little envelope maker, but it has the little part where you can just slip your paper in, press it, and it notches. It makes it a nice round corner. So I'm going to do this on both sides of the paper. And then I'm going to test to see if it actually fits and if I like the colors of it. So a little bit of decision making here, because once you trim down that paper, it's going to look different in different orientations. So I have to decide, what do I want on the front? What do I want on the back? And I really like this one for the front. Now this next part, key, you have to get some good glue. If you use a poor quality glue, the edges won't glue down smoothly and you'll be dissatisfied with it. So this is one of my favorite glues, and this technique that I use, I always have a little extra pad of paper to use as my glue pad so that after I glue, I can just flip the page over and I always have a clean page. So I'm going to glue down the front and the back of this. It's quite satisfying. I like how it looks, but of course I want to add the title and some details to the covers. So first thing I'm going to do is grab that black glaze pen and letter the title. I am including links to all of the supplies in the description to this video. So if you see something you're interested in, my links to the Amazon shop and everything will be in the description. So black glaze pens, my favorite tool. It has a little bit of a dimension to it and it dries. It's a nice glossy, it's just fabulous. And you can use watercolor over it. You can use it over watercolor. I use it in a lot of my work. And then the next thing I'm going to do, let's see, what should I do next? Oh yeah, we're going to grab some watercolor paint. So this These colors that I'm using, they're a mixture of some of my liquid Ecoline watercolors, but I also had some paint from the Prang little set. It's the little student grade set on my palette, so I've just kind of mixed those two together. And then the next step, you could either wait for this to dry, or you can grab your heat gun for the quick dry method, which is what I'm going to do. And the next thing, you're going to grab some gold or some silver metallic. I really enjoy this. And oh goodness, sorry about that. I forgot to set the lock on my focus, so that's kind of annoying. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is that Deco Color liquid gold and silver. Love, love, love these. They're fantastic. And then a little bit of the Sparkle Pop pen. I'm going to use the blue and a little bit of purple on these. And when I do the pan, you'll be able to see it just adds a little more of a dimension, a little more interest into the final work. And now we have volume 1 of 100 Days of Flow complete. So when I zoom in, I really love that tone on tone of the Sparkle Pop, and then with that, and then with the Deco Color. It just looks beautiful. All right, thanks so much for watching this. This is volume 1 is complete. I'm already working on volume 2. I hope this is helpful, and go ahead in the comments, how is your 100-day project going? There's a link to the playbook and all of my supplies in the video description.